Yes, this is Anam IPOB TV. Subscribe, turn the bell notification, also share, comment and like. Thank you, my wonderful.
Protesters gathered in Lekki, a wealthy suburb of Lagos, to protest police brutality. They came out in defiance of a round-the-clock curfew imposed by the state governor after previous protests had turned violent. Tuesday's protest reportedly started out relatively peaceful until men in green uniforms were seen setting up barriers surrounding the area, and eyewitnesses saw CCTV cameras and nearby lighting being disabled. Shortly afterwards, just before 7 p.m, the shooting started. Chaos ensued. People outside the toll gates started running for cover.
Everyone sit down, sit down, sit down!
Live rounds rang out. A DV news crew who were on the scene were forced to take shelter next to their vehicle. Even after the sun went down, the shooting continued, and so too did the protests.
I can see the army in front of us here. Okay. Yeah, don't have any. They are shooting on air! They are shooting Nigeria with a peaceful protest! We are not going anywhere! We want freedom from bad government! We want freedom!
The army has denied responsibility, claiming reports of soldiers being involved was fake news. But footage of the shooting quickly made it to social media.
Having to run their shooting at them at the Lekki toll gate.
It's now the day after the shooting, and Nigeria is in shock. The government has promised an investigation into what happened, but protesters don't have much trust in authorities at the moment.
And let's cross live now to Lagos, Nigeria, where correspondent Funny Fachar is standing by. Funny, you were there. You witnessed this violence. What happened?
Well, at first, everything was actually quite peaceful, just like during the past 2 weeks here in this neighborhood, very close to our studio. You will see people listening to music, chanting, of course, and to police brutality, something that they were asking for the past weeks, not just this time around, but for years back. And so, yes, that was just a very normal beginning. But then the dynamic started to change as my cameraman and me witnessed that people, gunmen on bikes, entered this site and they just started to shoot at people. We were lucky enough to find one way to hide or to hunker down a nearby parking lot from where we could witness what is going on at the demonstration site. Unfortunately, we couldn't exit this place where the demonstration took place, and the scene was rather chaotic. People were praying around us. Others were singing the national anthem, saying, "I'm ready to die for my nation." And then also we witnessed people injured were carried to this area where some of the protesters actually stay overnight. So there were tents around us as well, staying overnight usually, and that's where some of the injured people have been pulled to. So rather horrific scenes that we have witnessed last night.
Funny, who fired the gunshots?
There are conflicting reports on that. I can only tell you what we have seen. What we have seen was people riding on bikes, dressed up in camouflage, entering this place and starting to shoot. But this is not just 2 gunshots. These were massive gunshots, hundreds and hundreds for at least 15 minutes with a small short break and then restarting. And obviously camouflage here means military. Now what we are hearing from Amnesty International, they are saying that they do have clear evidence that this was the Nigerian security force that did this. Then again, the authorities here are saying that the forces who did this were beyond their control. So clearly, they're not clarifying what actually caused this mess yesterday.
Tell us more about that official line, the official line from the authorities, the official line from the government, and perhaps you can also put it into the broader context for us, because these protests, they have been happening for weeks, haven't they?
Exactly. Well, the authorities, just like they have been trying to apologize when these protests started, they apologized that police brutality obviously is not a good thing, and they are going to hold everyone accountable who is randomly killing civilized, normal people going about their daily lives. And so there's a lot going on when it comes to the original goal of these protests. When it comes to what happened last night, again, the Lagos state governor here is taking to Twitter and he's expressing basically his shock about what happened. But at the same time, he's also saying that he did say people should stay at home. Peaceful protesters should stay at home and abide by the curfew. Basically by that expressing that anyone who was outside yesterday was outside illegally and was protesting illegally. We didn't hear anything yet from the Nigerian President Buhari, when it comes to what some people here tag as a massacre. Again, others are using the hashtag Bloody Tuesday Nigeria. So when it comes to the authorities, there is no taking responsibility for this at this point. What they're trying to do is rather trying to say, we are making sure to protect the citizens, so please abide by the curfew, stay at home until this is over.
Fani Fachar in Lagos, thank you.